Hi there, TaffyRue here, and welcome to another exciting episode of Features by TaffyRue, where we get to put the spotlight on young artists, creatives, and entrepreneurs who are bubbling under. And when we're not talking to the rising stars themselves, we are learning from those who've gone before them so we can help empower the next generation. Right, so you can ask any musician and they'll tell you that being able to sing and play an instrument is no easy feat, especially the guitar. Because when I was learning to play it, they told me that it is one of the most difficult instruments to learn. So being able to sing and play the guitar is a gift. And my guest for today is gifted in that regard. He goes by the name Martin, and he has an incredible voice, and he is also able to play the guitar so beautifully. And I'm super excited to be talking to him today. Martin, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. What an introduction, by the way.
I try sometimes with these introductions, but thank you so much for coming.
No, I'm really glad to be here.
Yeah, so before we jump into today's episode, maybe you can start off by telling us who Martin is.
Okay. Martin. Well, I could go on for days about myself because it's me talking. But Martin is a young boy who has a strong passion for music. I'm a singer, songwriter, just turned 21. And, I'm excited and ambitious about what's coming in the future. I'm a steady guy, pretty chill.
Yeah.
Can be very noisy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm quiet in crowds, like new crowds, but like at home, I'm so noisy.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. No, because we did meet at Bring It On, and you did come off as someone who's pretty quiet. So I was surprised when you said you're noisy. But I guess everybody's noisy with people that they know and they're comfortable around, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's bad because it's now at the point where my mother's like, okay, so when are you deciding to go?
You can't be that bad.
No, it's really bad. This one time, she was just in the kitchen cooking, and I go up to her ear, and then I just scream, and she turns around. So yeah, she knows.
She knows that you're quite a rowdy one if you want to. Okay, yeah. All right. So like I mentioned, you play the guitar,
yes,
right? And you are developing into a singer-songwriter.
Yes.
Maybe you can tell us, when did you discover that you could sing?
When did I discover I could sing? Well, it was Form 1.
Okay.
Just got to Prince Edward, and they had asked us as Form 1s, everyone, it was mandatory to go to the music center and at least participate in one musical event.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't know anything about music. I've never done this before. So I was just like, you know what? I'll go do junior choir. So I go to junior choir. We meet our instructor, and she was a lovely lady. We were doing this song for the Stedford Allied Arts. And, that's when I was like, okay, I can actually kind of do this.
Okay.
Although, sadly, we went ungraded for the first time in Prince Edward history.
Okay. That must have been a bad choir, because I know Prince Edward is like a musical school.
It was the worst junior choir to ever have been assembled. I personally cannot blame the adjudicators because one, we were very few.
Okay.
So there were not enough vocal ranges in that choir. And secondly, people were shy. There was zero confidence. And it was mostly Form 1s. The Form 2s and 3s were barely there. But yeah, the instructor was quite angry. We didn't get our bags back because she had kept them in her car. So we didn't get our bags back that whole day. But yeah, that's when I realized that, okay, I can sing despite
everything else that happened.
But I can sing. So that's when I realized I could sing.
Okay. And then guitar. How did you get into guitar?
Okay, so guitar, my grandfather, he'd play guitar. He was so good. Like, I'd always admire him, and, you know, but I don't know why I never wanted to learn at first. And then when he passed, at the end of my Form 1 year, his friend came to me and he was like, don't you want to take up guitar like your grandfather?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, let's give it a go and see what happens. So he takes me for 2 lessons. And by the end of those 2 lessons, I was now playing A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Yeah, Silent Night. That was the first song I learned. And then after those 2 lessons, he moved out of Harare. So I started learning by myself on YouTube and just kept on progressing and progressing. So yeah, since the start of 2019, that's when I started playing guitar, and I just fell in love with it immediately. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. So just after 2 lessons, you were able to play. I don't know how many lessons it took me to be able to play something. So that's quite something. And then when did you decide to blend the two, or to do them together? And has that been easy for you? Because like I mentioned in the intro that, you know, singing and playing an instrument can be hard, especially like with guitar, you're doing one thing with your left, one thing with your right, and then you add a vocal on top. How has that been for you?
I think it was pretty simultaneous, really. Okay. Because like while I was learning to play Silent Night, he was telling me to sing it as well. Okay. So it was just always from the start.
All right.
Yeah, and you know, as I got to learn harder songs, that's when it started kicking in that, okay, this is not easy, especially when you're trying to sing and play a riff at the same time.
Yes.
That's something that, you know, I had to work on a lot. Like, for example, the song Layla by Eric Clapton. That one took me some time. But yeah, it was from the start, always.
Okay. That's amazing. So you're naturally gifted, I guess, musically then, because I know it can really be hard. And you mentioned that you're now becoming a singer-songwriter, or you are a singer-songwriter. When did you start writing songs?
I started writing songs about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. It came because of my poetry.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to do spoken word.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I used to love spoken word. I joined the club, and you know, I was doing so well. And I was like, can I translate this into music? So at first it was difficult, because it was like, okay, I have the lyrics, but what do I put behind them?
Yeah.
So then I switched my approach. I started using melodies first, and then freestyling on that melody, then recording that. Then from that recording, I polish using the lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. That's amazing. It's interesting that you started with spoken word first. I think I kind of also started with spoken word, but it wasn't spoken word, poetry rather. Yeah. It was poetry. And I would just write like things that would rhyme and all of that, right? But I didn't dwell too much on the poetry side of things. Yeah. I think I just took on the music side more than the spoken word side of things. Okay, interesting. So how has your journey been? Have you written anything, or have you released anything rather? Have you released any music yet? Do you plan on releasing music? What does that look like for you in terms of your musical journey from now into the future?
Okay, so as for my musical journey, I've written a few songs. I've compiled them all, and, you know, seen which ones I want to start with, which ones I want to put as an album, or stuff like that, just like presets, you know, for when I'm now doing the final thing. But so far, I want to release a single about my 21st.
Okay.
which was 4 days ago. And
Happy belated birthday.
thank you so much. So it was just a little song, because of the realization of, okay, I'm an adult, but I'm still starting, So that's basically what the premise of the song is.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like being a Form 1 in the real world, You're grown more
Nice
than the primary
analogy.
schoolers.
Yeah.
But you're still younger
You're
than the
still
Form
younger
6s.
than, yeah.
So that's what that was. So
Okay.
that's where that inspiration came from.
All right.
So I'm hoping to release that one as my first single. I've just started on my TikTok page. I'm going towards my YouTube. So I'm going to be vlogging, marketing for that song. So that when I finish recording it and it's coming out, I'll have, at least that one. And then I can start working on probably my first project, my first project album. So yeah, that's what it's going to be looking like. Then hopefully with longevity, I'll continue to just keep releasing music and doing the things that I love.
Okay.
Yeah.
What sound are you trying to achieve? Like, what do you think you're going to, what sound do you want to have in your music?
I think I'm going for like a nice R&B feel to it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I love R&B music. I'm looking at, I don't know if you know Khaled, Daniel Caesar.
Yes, I know Daniel Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something a bit like Daniel Caesar.
I see that. Yeah.
With a Khaled vibe, and then like Ed Sheeranish.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so it's gonna be almost like a mix of both. Because like if I like one album, there will be like a song where it's like, and then one song where it's like. So yeah, I'm just trying to like get all that because I like it. Like I couldn't pick a genre back in the day because I was like, I just love all the music.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to do everything.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let me centralize a bit. So I just like boiled it down to those few artists, and I was like, okay, so at least I can make a sound that can coexist with one another while doing what I like.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm pushing for.
What do people say? Like, who do people say you sound like?
I've heard different things. Some people say when I sing in Shona, I sound like Silent Mo.
Okay.
Others actually say I do sound like Daniel Caesar when I'm performing his songs specifically. And then I was once told I sound like a Texas Ranger.
Interesting.
In this one song.
Okay.
So
was it like a country song?
It was
sort
a
of?
country song, yeah.
Yeah.
So it varies, I guess, depending on what I'm singing at the time.
I see.
Yeah, the opinions change.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. What do you hope to achieve with your music?
I hope to go global, obviously. I just hope to enjoy what I'll be doing. That's like the major part, is just to like enjoy my music. And for people to really feel what I'm saying. Music is like more than just words and songs. It's also the melodies, how they make you feel, how you interact with it. So I want people to be able to put on their earpods or turn on their Bluetooth speakers and hear my music and just be like, I felt that, that's exactly what I'm hoping for, to connect with the audience, to produce music that I feel is good music that I can also listen to and say, okay, I'm going to cry for a second here, but it's okay. You know? So yeah, that's what I'm looking to achieve. Just like go global, become international, and, share my talent, my gifting, and always remembering where I came from and God as well, just involving all of that in everything I do. And hopefully one day win a Grammy. Yeah. Or two.
Big dreams. Big dreams. And nothing is impossible. Nothing is definitely impossible because, the world is growing smaller and smaller, and people's music is getting to other parts of the world, and it's very possible to get there, to achieve those dreams. I realized when you were talking how old I am, because Because you talked about, when people are listening to me, they put on their AirPods and their Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, those things did not exist. So it's interesting that you mentioned it like that, because I was like, okay, yeah, times have changed, but it's good. Okay, so you talked about your music. People feeling something when they listen to your music. What part do you think entertainment, or what value do you think entertainment adds to the world?
I think it's a great part. Actually, probably the biggest part. Because without entertainment, I mean, like without just centralizing in music, we're looking at TV shows, sport, cultural shows as well. You know, it's a great part, because I'd like to think of a day in my life. I can wake up, watch an episode or two of my favorite show, then listen to music, then at night catch up on all my sport. So that's like 3 different things in the same day.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking now, without that, what could we possibly be doing, other than work, of course.
Yeah.
But like entertainment plays a really big part, and
Yeah.
it's a really large industry, So just like it has a big impact on the world and everyone. So yeah, it's really large to say. I feel like it's probably the most cultivated thing that we've been able to do as humans, and I love it. I just love it.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate though how not everyone really appreciates the value that entertainment has, or the value that it adds to people's lives. Because I guess, even if you look at the Zimbabwean context, how people sometimes struggle to pay for the art and all of that.
Yeah.
It's not valued the way it should be, right? Because I mean, I can only imagine what life would be like without music, or what life would be like without the various forms of entertainment that you've mentioned, in terms of sport, in terms of just television and all of that. So yeah, it does play a very significant role in just life, So yeah. What part does God play in your art?
I think God plays a big part for me because, from the time of my birth, I was a premature.
Okay.
Yeah, and there were complications, but I was able to come out healthy, bigger than expected, because my mom says when I was born, I was like really, really small.
Really?
Yeah, and now, so God does play a big part, from the beginning.
Yeah.
My grandparents, they were pastors. They really showed me like the straight and narrow, kept me close to God. And yeah, it really has been amazing knowing, especially that my gifting came from God. The Bible says giftings come from God, and I really do love that, that it's been part of my life since the beginning, even up until now. Church choirs, I'm there. I even try to teach the young ones. Like we have little Bible studies at home with my siblings, where we teach each other the word, we sing a few songs.
Yeah.
And, just come together and appreciate the value that God brings into our lives, because we wouldn't be here without him. And he plays a really big role for me.
Do you think it could, like our faith in God, do you think our faith in God can really impact our art in any way? Yeah.
Okay, so I think so. Because as a starting artist, you get a lot of doubts, you get a lot of criticisms, and then you start to feel like you won't be able to do it, you can't make it, things are not going your way. And so not having that faith or believing that God can take you to the next levels and get you where you need to be, it does do something mentally to you, where then you find yourself 3 years down the line, you've given up on your music, and you felt like it wasn't going to go anywhere, and then you find someone else who's trying to go down the same path of music, and you end up being discouraging, to that person, even though their faith could be through the roof.
Yeah.
But you end up, just sucking that off of them. So I feel like it does play a big role, especially when coming up. And then while you're now there, there's that whole thing of where maybe you release a song and then it doesn't connect well, and then it hits you mentally and physically as well. You start to doubt, to say, okay, am I still doing the right thing, after 10, 15 years? So yeah, you have to keep that faith. The faith is important.
Yeah, definitely. So I know we met at Bring It On, right? How was that experience for you?
Oh, Bring It On was lovely. I'm not even gonna lie. I smile every time I see those pictures.
Yeah.
It was amazing for me. Being able to see new people, make new friends, most of which like we still talk up until this day.
Okay.
It was lovely. Yeah, I enjoyed everything from the auditions. Oh, was I scared during the auditions? But it was amazing experience. I enjoyed it very, very much. And then like the final day was just so nice. Everyone just came out and was shining. It was so great.
Yeah, you shocked us all. Everybody, like when it comes to the final night, it's like people are holding back on their gifts, and then on the final night we see everybody come out.
So yeah, that was nice, to see, especially David. He really shocked me. Yeah. That was he went so crazy. Even like during rehearsals, I was like, there's something there, but he's not doing it.
He's not doing it.
Why? And then finals night, he was just up there and doing his thing, and I was so proud. Seeing where we had come from, all the time that we had put in. It was amazing. Especially like with the dances. I loved Axel's dance. That one was amazing. That one was great. That one was amazing. But yeah, the whole experience as a whole was just so fun, so enlightening. I learned a lot during the workshops.
What did you learn? That is one thing that you walked away with from Bring It On.
I think it was my voice control, because I had none whatsoever. I was just straight power to the mic the entire time, just So now I've learned, sometimes you have to put the power in, sometimes you have to take it down a bit. And then, to be able to control my breathing as well. That was also another problem. I'd breathe at the wrong times or hold my breath for too long and then forget to breathe out. So yeah, I really did enjoy the workshops. They were really nice. I also learned, how to properly warm up my voice before a set. I used to just go.
Yeah, obviously.
Just be like, okay, let's do this. I'm going on stage.
And sometimes you'd get it, and then sometimes you don't, and you wonder what's the difference, what happened.
That's the whole point. So yeah, that workshop really helped. It shaped how I now, see a stage, how I'm supposed to perform, my mannerisms, my posture as well. It was just so great.
That's amazing. Before we move on to the next segment, I have one more question for you. What is one thing that you've learned from music that you can apply to life in general?
Okay, so one thing I've learned from music that I can apply to life is that there's a solution to every situation. Like how there's a song for every mood. So if I'm like happy, I play the happy song, and then it will be telling me jump, jump, what, and it corresponds. So putting that into life now, if I'm in a situation that needs me to be happy with whatever's going on, I'll be happy with whatever's. If I need to be stern, especially with the little ones running around and breaking stuff, you have to put a foot down once in a while. So yeah, music has really helped me adapt to certain situations. Sometimes if I'm sad, I play a happy song, I'm back up again, So that whole thing of being able to adapt to the situation is what I get from music, And then there's some songs where the lyrics just hit differently, because like sometimes when I'm listening to a song and I'm in a good mood, I'm listening to the melody. Then when I'm in a terrible mood, I got the lyrics.
The message.
The message is what starts to hit. So yeah.
Okay. That's amazing. All right. So now we've come to the part of the podcast where we switch roles and the interviewer becomes the interviewee, and you get to ask me a couple of questions. I don't know if you have any questions for me, Martin.
Oh, I do have. I have a question. Okay. So when you're doing your music videos, what's the process with that one? Like, how do you come up with the theme of what you want to do for the music video that corresponds with the song, and then like how do you then adapt that with the music? Because like I always used to think that you'll be singing in the video until I realized that it's an audio overlay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Why are you
just want to know the
exposing us? Yeah, the video, the process. Okay, so how have I done it? Okay, so it's been different, I guess, for each song, because I guess the inspiration for the music videos comes in different ways at the different times. But once I do have a concept, which is taken from the message of the song. So basically it's really understanding the message of the song and what I want to put across, what I want to share with the people, right?
Yes.
Then I watch a lot of music videos, I guess, like just to get ideas in terms of what other people are doing, how they're doing it, why they're doing certain things. Then after that, I kind of go through a lot of. I then have the concept in my head, and then I start looking for videos like. I do a storyboard, rather. A storyboard of what I want, how I want the video to flow and things like that. And then once I have that storyboard, that is what I'll be using to kind of like try and do in the music video. It doesn't come out exactly the way I would have put it on the storyboard. But I kind of then do that as well after... Yeah, so that's basically it. I come up with the concept. What do I want people to take away from the video? Then after that, I do the storyboard. So when I do the storyboard, I just go online, search up videos of, let's say someone walking. Someone, sitting on a bench, whatever. And I just get like sample videos that I then use to do the storyboard, and then we try and copy and redo some of those things, obviously with our own twist on it on the music video. So that's how I've done it, I guess. Like the one that I really invested in though the most was Nemi. Because I really wanted something different, something unique, and it took me a while to get the concept, but God then came through with just, the idea and the concept, and we decided to execute that one.
Okay, that's incredible. That's so lovely. Okay, so another question. What got you started on your music journey?
What got me started on my music journey? Well, I used to, in primary school, I would see these, my peers. Singing, and I would really admire that, and I'm like, these guys can have really amazing voices, and I wish I could do that. Then I got my first solo, and I guess for me that was like confirmation that I could also sing. And then after that, I then actually started pursuing the whole music thing and being like, okay, fine, I think I could actually, it awoke something in me that, maybe I can do this. And that's how I started really pursuing the music side of things. I didn't want to do it like a career. It's not really a career now, but it's more intentional. I just wanted to do it as a hobby. But through life and life circumstances and things like that, I guess I decided to become more intentional about doing music.
That's so lovely.
Yeah.
I can imagine you as a little girl on the stage.
Singing a solo. It's scary. Like for me, I think that was scary, but it was one of those moments that I was like, I can actually sing, which was amazing. Yeah.
I was actually shocked with myself because like the first time I sang, what was I singing again? Okay, I don't remember the exact song, but the first time I sang, I was accompanied, pianist was there, and it was the auditions for junior choir. So I'm singing, and then I look to the corner, and I see this guy. He goes like this, And I was like,
Yeah.
is he exaggerating?
Yeah.
Or was he wiping something out his eye? But whatever it was, I felt like I'm confident.
Yeah.
I can make someone
I can
cry.
make someone
okay,
cry.
so let's do this. I can sing.
Yeah.
So that's what I started building off of that.
I
Okay,
see.
so for you, how does your lyrical process work?
My lyrical process, basically, how it used to work in the past. I'm now trying to get back onto like writing new music. But what would happen is I would get like a chorus, like words just ringing in my head with a particular, like a melody with like a line.
Yeah.
And I'll sing that song, that line and that melody over and over and over again. I record it and then go back on it and then build from that. So it could be like, for example, I'm trying to think of one song that I did. Not Nemi, because Nemi, I actually did that. That was a different process. I actually went in and sat with Pastor G and we fleshed out the idea.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think of a song that I've released that I wrote in that way. I think I haven't released any of those yet, which is a project that I need to pursue.
Okay.
But basically, it's like, so like Hold On. Hold On was 2023. I got the instrumental from someone from Tags, Simba Tags.
Yeah.
And then I was walking and then, just listening to this instrumental, and the lyric, just hold on.
Yeah.
Don't give up now. Started playing over in my head, and then it was just
From there.
yeah, from there. And like a lot of the time, if I then don't write the song and complete it, that's it. I'm not going back to that song again. So yeah, that's one thing I realized. If I get that and I need to write the whole song, otherwise I'm not gonna come back to it. Yeah.
I think I have a few of those actually from my younger years. I would just write and then sing it and forget about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so now we have come to the end of our podcast for today. But before we go, maybe you can look into the camera and give a word of advice to someone who is up and coming or who is also on this journey of music, or any young person. Give him a word of advice.
Okay, so what I'd say to you guys is keep on striving, keep on pushing. Your opportunities are going to come. Things are going to work out if you just don't quit. For me, it took me a while to get here, but I've realized my love for music is so great that I just can't let it go to just one or two performances. I want to be all over the place. So just keep on pushing, show yourself, go out there, make yourself known, participate in talent shows, do the little things, the little contests, and just whenever you can, let them hear your voice, let them hear your instrument. Whatever you are going to be doing, do it with all your heart. That's what I'll say to you guys.
Powerful words of advice. There you have it. Keep going, keep pushing. Your opportunity will come. And with that, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Features by TaffyRue. Until next time, goodbye.